Now, these new maps could change who you share a representative with and which candidates you get to choose from when you vote this fall. Our Braden Ross shows how it could change your district.
Under the new maps, voters in Franklin will be sharing a congressperson with voters in downtown Memphis. The goal here for Republicans is to split up the only Democratic congressional district in Tennessee, which is in Shelby County, but it also changes almost all of the other 9 congressional districts across the state. That means come November, you could be voting in a completely new district for completely new candidates. That's part of what lawmakers at the state capitol are working through in this special session. They'll have to change the rules for how candidates can qualify, since some incumbents might be drawn out of their current districts. For example, the new maps shift Representative Andy Ogle's district to the other half of Williamson County. And while he currently represents all of Murray County, the new maps give half of it to District 9. The new map keeps Davidson County split up into 3 districts, but it shifts where those boundaries are. Now, Democrats have also presented new maps of their own, which would put Davidson and part of Rutherford County together to create a district that's likely to go blue. But their option was shot down in committee on Wednesday. We're expecting lawmakers to vote on the Republican maps on Thursday morning, but even if they pass, there will still likely be legal hurdles that they'll have to clear before the November elections. In Nashville, Braden Ross, WSMV4.